guys, it's Aisling. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video I said I would kind of do an impromptu or kind of like a random video, but it was mostly about my self-care and your self-care whilst being in lockdown quarantine. I hate saying lockdown quarantine, but that's what we're in, but I don't know what other way to kind of describe it. I just wanted to do a video of things that I've been doing that help, that I find make this a little bit easier, and a little bit of self-care. I don't know what way I was going to structure this video because there's like a lot of things that I wanted to talk to you guys about in the video. And the first thing I want to talk about is maybe like mental health. I think that'd be a good idea just to start this video because I felt like maybe I could be a little bit more helpful whilst we're all inside, given kind of my take on it all and like how I've been functioning and things that I've done to help. I'm not going to talk about myself, but I have suffered awful bad with mental health in the past, and I felt like it was kind of creeping back a little bit lately. So I took an awful lot of control back myself of that I wasn't going to let this happen. And instead what I was going to do is I was going to put all the energy into overthinking into something productive. Obviously, everybody suffers differently with their mental health. The first thing I would say is get out at least once a day if you can, no matter where you are in the world, just to go for a little walk. I really find like that helps me. Even if it's raining, I'm gonna try and go out, and I have been doing that a lot the last few days and it's really helped. I've been out every single day, even if it's just to walk. Like we live right beside a canal area, so it's lovely. I can walk along the canal and I just go with my mum or my dad or both and Chewy, because I can do that. We're allowed to do that in Ireland. You're allowed to go with your home, or other than that you're only allowed to be with one other person, but I haven't seen anybody else other than my parents in like 3 weeks maybe. So it's just me, mum or dad and Chewy that comes with us for a little walk. So I would recommend getting out for a walk, even if you're going on your own. Go with one of your members of your family, or if they're driving you mad, go out by yourself and just go for a walk. If you have a dog, a great opportunity, but definitely get out every single day. Second thing is get dressed. I know this sounds really silly. It helps a lot. I find that the longer I stay in my pajamas, the more of kind of like a rut I get into in that particular day, and I start feeling a little bit miserable. So I would recommend to get dressed. Even if you're getting dressed out of your pajamas into like sweatpants, casual clothes, it doesn't have to be jeans. I'd say just put on anything that's not your pajamas and do not sit around in them all day, because I find the longer I stay in those pajamas, the worse my mood does be. The next thing is getting in vitamin D. So this kind of falls back into going for the walk every day and stuff like that. But if it is sunny and you have the opportunity to sit in your balcony or sit out in your back garden or walk around your area, do it. Get the sun, get some rays into you. A bit of vitamin D won't do you any harm. Vitamin D is actually so good and it's good for your mood and stuff. It is an oily fish as well, so I would recommend like increasing that maybe whilst you're in quarantine. And the last thing I find that's really good for my mental health is reading. Any book that you can get your hands on, read it, whatever your topic of choice is. For me, I love fiction and I love something like a little bit humorous, but real life as well. So I would recommend to get a book, order on eBay or wherever is like shipping, Amazon. If you don't like reading, maybe an Audible book, something to take your mind off. Second thing is talking to people outside of the home. Obviously, that makes sense. So if you're on your own, this is going to be obviously very beneficial. If you're living with somebody like I am, it's best to communicate with other people. But I talk to my boyfriend every single day, like multiple times in the day, and then we Zoom call every second day. So it is good to talk to people outside of the home. I had a FaceTime call with my friend Jenna this morning. I was talking to my friend Lisa yesterday. Damien rang me, I think not yesterday, the day before. So I talk to my friends every day, every second day, but every single day I would be talking to somebody in my life. If you don't have that many people to talk to, don't worry about it. Just try and talk to one other person, maybe every day, every second day. It's good just to see how other people are doing, and sometimes they tell you things about their day and you're like, oh my god, that's really great. And like Jenna was talking to me this morning about a little garden that she's made. Jenna's really creative as well, so she made like a whole birds feeder thing. It's so cool. She was showing me this morning on FaceTime and I was like, that's great. I talked to my sister as well, obviously, because she doesn't live here with me at the moment. She has decided to do her lockdown with her boyfriend. It's kind of like your mental health things. I know they're so small, but they do help, and they definitely helped me. I know the getting dressed thing helps me when my anxiety is really bad. Getting out for a walk is the next thing. Even if you have to put a little bit of makeup on, do it. Do your hair, do something. Don't be going around with your hair tossed into a bun. I know know it seems like really easy and just, you know, and sometimes it's harder to do it, especially if you've got kids at home, but just try and make an effort with yourself just to maybe do your hair, curl your hair, put makeup on, or just put clothes on, anything that tries to kind of feel like reality or that you're going out into the world. I'm going to talk about next more of like taking care of your physical self, which also kind of helps with your mental health. But what I've been doing is taking care of my skin. So I have a couple of products I want to talk about. I actually have quite a lot of products I want to talk about. First one I want to talk about is the Kiehl's Midnight Recovery Concentrate. So I really feel like my skin has just been the worst since been in lockdown. I think it's just the inside, just the central heating. On days when it is cold, we do have it on. So my skincare routine consists of the Kiehl's oil, and then I will apply the Tidal Brightening Enzyme Water Cream from Sunday Riley. I really like this combo. Great on my skin. My eye cream is so random, but it's just the e.l.f. Illuminating Eye Cream. I love this. It's a really good eye cream. Really, really good. Really hydrating, quite thick, but not overly thick, and it doesn't give me little melia. They're like those little white bumps on my skin when you use something a little bit too rich on the skin. I used to find that when I used to use the Elizabeth Arden ceramide cream, it was too rich for my skin. It was also more designed for aging skin, whereas I would have been at the time, I think it was only like 20, 21. So it definitely was a little bit too strong for my skin. Even still now, I don't really think I could wear it. So just try and find an eye cream or a cream for you that helps. I love the Glow Tonic from Pixi. I buy so many of these. I love these, and Pixi also sent me some of them. This has glycolic acid in it, and it's an exfoliating toner. I just feel like it really, really helps to kind of keep my skin looking fresh and looking nice. And then the final product is from Pixi again. This is the Glow Tonic Serum. So I will either use this in the I generally use this in the morning, and then I will use the Kiehl's Overnight one at night. One of the products, this is from the Abnormal Beauty Company, or the Ordinary, and it's the niacinamide and zinc. This is really good. I was just talking actually this morning in a vlog about how I'm lacking in zinc. And zinc is really good at like repairing and stuff like that. And it's really good for your skin, hair and nails. And I find that this is really good if I put it on a spot. It will clear the spot up in next to no time. It's a really good product. And then the final product I want to talk about is a mask. I use the e.l.f. Hydrating Bubble Mask or the Nivea Urban Detox Mask. So I switch and change between two of these depending on what I feel like, but they are really great masks and they're really, really good on my skin. Love them and I highly recommend them. But it's just good to kind of take care of your skin and remember, I know it's an awful lot of steps, and I know you're probably like, I don't have time in the day to do that. Even though we're at home, you might be, you know, doing other things, but I do recommend trying to look after your skin as well, because it just helps. When your skin looks good, you feel good. Next, I'm going to talk about your diet. Obviously, I was going to talk about that as a nutritionist. I'm big on diet and eating healthy and eating as best as you possibly can. I'm not going to harp on too much about it, because to be honest, if you're finding that you're struggling with food and eating healthy, you know, so be it. But I just would say that it would help you to try and eat a bit healthier, especially when you're inside, because the nutrients and vitamins and minerals will help with your skin. They will help with the functioning of all your organs, and they will also help in a cognitive manner, so they will help your brain. But what I do recommend is obviously trying to get oily fish in twice a week minimum. Reduce your red meat if at all possible, and try and stick to your leaner meats, so like turkeys and chicken, great lean meats. Reduce any salt where possible, and processed foods end up slowing you down a bit, make you actually more tired and lethargic. Alcohol, try and keep it to a minimum as well, because it'll just dehydrate your skin, dehydrate your body, and it will also just give you maybe like brain fog. For me personally, alcohol I find a depressant, so it makes me really miserable if I drink too much of it. I'm not really a big drinker anyway. I've never have been, never will be, but if I am having a drink, it's normally like a beer or something like that, or a glass of wine. But just try and limit it as well, because it can make you just feel a little bit kind of low. Alcohol tends to do that. So instead, where possible, include healthy food, lots of fresh veg, lots of fresh fruit. Frozen fruit as well is great for smoothies. And I think because we're indoors as well, we're cooking a lot more, so a lot more healthier meals are being made. So I know you guys are doing well with the diet, so don't worry about it if you're not. it'll come back to you. You'll get back into a rhythm and a balance once this is kind of like lifted a little bit. But just try as best as you can to eat better, because it will help. The last thing I kind of want to talk about is just hair and stuff and random little things. I really find that doing like a hair mask, this is the Maui Moisture Mask. I've talked about this in my favorites video as well, and my sister owns it and I stole it on her. But I really feel like it's nice to just look after your hair as best as you can, because I know that like hair is kind of like, look at my hair, like it's all growing out and my extensions are like so far down. I cut my hair last week as well. I just went crazy because I was like, oh, feck this, I'm cutting my hair. Who cares about a bit of a root, bit of grays? Who cares? Because again, we're in a pandemic, it doesn't really matter. So just try and maybe look after your hair as best as you can to make you feel a little bit better, because I know it kind of feels awful when your hair isn't looking good. I know I feel dreadful when my hair looks scraggly and a horrible mess. Final few little things I want to talk about that really help is a little bit of exercise. I do like going for walks. I love running. Running is my favorite thing ever, but I've damaged my knee in the last couple of months, and it's really upsetting me because I just can't run. I don't even want to think about it, so we're just going to move on from that. But exercise whatever way you can is really advisable. And then the last thing I want to talk about is taking a bit of you time. So this kind of like falls back into like the self-care stuff like that, but this is you time. So setting aside 15-20 minutes, an hour, however long it is, just to have a little bit of you time. I find aromatherapy really good. So like using maybe those diffusers with oils in them that aromas come out to the room, they're lovely. I can't remember what they're called, steamer things. There's one in my bathroom. I haven't used it in a while because I personally prefer candles, but any aromatherapy that you like is great. Just the smell, and oh, I love it. Candles that I love, this one is from My Jolie Candle. I haven't burnt this candle, but I love this brand. This was sent to me about a year or two ago, and the smell of this candle when I walk into the room, this is like a macaroon one, I think it is, but it is the most amazing scent ever. It's a French company that owned it, and like I said, it was sent out to me 2 years ago, and I tried to repurchase this and you can't get them anywhere, the candles at all. So I will not burn this until I can find it somewhere. It just smells like sweets, macaroons, like cocoa. Oh, it's just everything. It's beautiful. And then the other candle that I absolutely love that I've been burning lately, oh god, why can't I open this? It's so stiff. Is the Summer Scoop from Yankee Candle. I love my Yankee candles. I have so many of them. I go through them like they're water. And Paddy, my boyfriend, absolutely loves Yankee candles as well. I kind of introduced him to candles. So when we first started dating like over a year ago, he was like, why have you so many candles everywhere? And I was like, candles are just so good. And I gave him one, like just a random one that I had. I was like, here, burn it at home and you'll see. And he was like, I absolutely love coming into my room in the evening, lighting the candle and just lying down for a few minutes and like looking at the flickering light. He just loves candles now, and they're great. It's just the smell, looking at the little wick burning. I don't know, there's just something really relaxing about candles. But yeah, any other things that you can do in me time, just even lying there meditating, doing whatever you can do, it really helps. So guys, I hope that video helped in some way. Like I said, I'm not like telling you what to do or what's the best thing to do whilst you're in lockdown and quarantine, but I do find that there are like little things that you can do to try and help how you're feeling. And I know it's kind of difficult by times. I struggle some days, and some days I'm fine. Like today I'm in really good form, but some days I feel really down and low and cry. It's just the way of the world. I think keeping a routine as best as I possibly can is probably the best thing for me, and probably for all of us. And even those routines like getting up, getting dressed, going for a walk, coming home, making dinner, eating healthy things, working from home, whatever you're doing, that little routine kind of helps every day because it kind of structures out a day. Anyway, I hope I have helped in some way, guys. And if you have any other tips to anyone else in the comment section, do leave them. And I will talk to all you guys in my next video. Mwah! Bye, guys.